Hi there, welcome to the 23rd SEA Games. We're coming to you live from Manila. It's the moment of truth for Singapore as our football squad takes on Myanmar for a place in the semi-finals. That match kicks off in a very few minutes. So right now, let's cross over immediately to the Pagalaum Sports Complex at Bacolod City for Singapore versus Myanmar. And along the way as well, while we're showing you this match live, we will update you with the Indonesia and Laos scoreline. Yes, we have pictures finally, and we will come to you live.
Team lineup for Myanmar. Number 1, Aung Aung U. Number 3, Zhaolin Tun 1. Number 4, Kiao Zayar Min. Number 5, Zhaolin Tun 2. Number 6, Kiao King Win. Number 7, Kin Maung Tun. Number 9, Yan Paing. Number 13, Zhao Zhao. Number 14, Myo Min Tun. Number 15,
remember, it's a must-win game for the Young Lions. And right after that, it also hinges on Laos doing them a favor by either holding Indonesia or losing to Indonesia, or should I say beating Indonesia. But it all goes right down. If Singapore don't win tonight, and Vietnam, they've already qualified, but if Singapore don't win tonight and Laos win against the Indonesians, the Laotians go through. So it's everything to play for, and it's well set up. A place in the semi-finals to join Vietnam is what's up for grabs. And Myanmar will kick things off. They're the only team who do not have a chance of qualifying for the next round. From right to left, Singapore have got Khairul Amri. Up front, he starts off. Tura, all the way up front for Yan Peng. The big strikers waiting in the penalty box for the cross to come in. It does come in. It's ricocheted and finally cleared by Precious. It's the same Myanmar side that finished fourth recently in the ASEAN Confederations Cup. Zaw Min chasing down Khairul Amri. Sharil Ishak with a cross for Singapore, just eluding his front players. Tengku Masharat, easy catch for the goalkeeper Ong Ong U. Poor pass up front though, easily picked up by Isa Halim. Gets it back. Isa from Itimi Dixon. Su Jiayi. Very disappointing SEA Games so far from him. The back line remains unchanged for Singapore. Itimi Dixon has been put in the squad to perhaps provide a little bit more width and speed down the flanks. Lionel Lewis has been solid. Just saw 2 goals that he's conceded so far in the tournament against Vietnam. Otherwise, never likely to be beaten in the other 2 matches. Tengku Masharat losing out in midfield. Easily taken away from him. Itimi Dixon will fight for it against Tura. Ball's cleared, looking for Yan Peng, the danger man up front. Myanmar will be very disappointed. Mong Tun on the ball, relaying it wide to Tura. Itimi Dixon, good play from him. All taken away. Fazlul Nawaz goes all the way back, and here's Isa Halim. Myanmar came in with bright hopes. They've kept the squad together for about 4 years. Just been very disappointing from the get-go when they lost out to Laos by 3-2. That was a real shocker, a surprise of the tournament. And they lost to Vietnam by 1-0. And in between those 2 games, held Indonesia scoreless. Same results between the Singaporeans and the Indonesians. Captain Saw Myat Min trying to get Tura on another attack down the left flank. Just their preferred flank, if you like. Isa Halim just came charging from behind. Min Tun, captain for the Knights. Yan Peng, lovely header on, well cleared by Juma Jantan. Min Tun receiving the ball back from Bo Ong. Khairul Amri. Precious. Jai. Coach Radi Abramovich was exceptionally disappointed in their last performance against Laos, where after taking an early Fazrul Nawaz goal lead, they just sat back and allowed the Laotians to come at them. Khairul Amri, certainly been one of the brighter performers at the SEA Games. Alongside him, Sharul Ishak. Khairul Amri trying to make space for the cross. Mo Win side by side with him. Amri does well to get all the way back. Mong Tun fighting for it. Pass is finally delivered, but it's easily cleared by Mong Tun, the captain. And here they come once again, playing for pride, Myanmar. Tura going all the way back to Lin Tun. Captain Lin Tun will leave it for Ong Ong U. Remember, we'll be bringing you all the latest score from Indonesia and Laos. It's still 0-0 there. Tura will allow his fullback to come up to take the free kick. It happens to be the captain Zolin Tun. Not the best of free kicks for Yan Peng to deal with. Timmy Dixon, long searching pass, looking for the run of Khairul Amri. Ong U is favoured to get to that, and he will. Real vote of confidence by Abramovich to include Fazrul Nawaz after his goal-scoring performance in the last match. Timmy Dixon. Great work by Timmy Dixon over Lin Tun. The pass wasn't too good for Fazrul Nawaz, easily cleared by Lin Tun. Lionel Lewis comes, it's outside his box. And he actually made the mistake of carrying the ball a little too far outside of his box against Indonesia. Nothing came out of it. But he will be very mindful. It'll be his last SEA Games. He turns 23 in a fortnight's time. Happy advanced birthday from all of us to Lionel Lewis. The captain for the night is Mong Tun. Ball's cleared up once again, looking for Yan Peng. Precious trying to match him stride for stride. Gets to the ball. Yan Peng though with some good skill as he shields it and delivers it all the way back to Min Tun. Ball had already gone out for a throw to Singapore. And playing to form in the way they've started out their last few matches here at the SEA Games. Very lackluster beginning for Singapore. A little step up and urgency is needed. It's what Radi Abramovich has called for and hasn't received yet from his charges. Trying to escape the marker, Zorzo, easily cut away by Tengku Musyarat. He's played well in the SEA Games too. Lovely ball spread out to Timmy Dixon, easily cut out though by Lin Tun. Receives the ball back from his captain, Mong Tun. Yan Peng. Mong Tun. Yan Peng will certainly pull back. Isa Halim called for the free kick by the Korean referee Kim Dong-jin, who officiated the match between Singapore and Indonesia. Does like to stamp his authority early in the game, Dong-jin. However, in this one, he hasn't had much to do yet. Myo Min Tun. Ball played nicely inside to Yan Peng, who's come very deep just to get involved with the action. Hasn't had much service yet from his midfielders. What can Yan Peng do? Takes by Haki on for a run. Fortuitously gets the ball back from Timmy Dixon. The cross finally comes in, but that's where they would like Yan Peng to be. Attacking those crosses, not outside of the box. Zozo it was who went for it. Goalkeeper Lionel Lewis claimed it easily. Jia Yi. Poor pass yet again by Shi Jiayi. After a very bright beginning to the S-League season, Shi Jiayi has, well, tapered down. Just lost his form, his early season form. That's a foul on Khairul Amri by King Min. Tengku Masharat. Jimmy Dixon. Gave enough time for Lin Tun to toe poke the ball out for a throw. Radi Abramovich, remember, his chances hinge on Laos trying to hold Indonesia. Lovely play by Khairul Amri. Well, he was boxed out of it, and the referee saw it as a foul. Now that's what we need more from our players. Just that little bit of enterprise and improvisation. Get attacking down the byline, ping in a couple of very interesting crosses, at least make the goalkeeper work, which we haven't done over the last two matches. Tengku Masharat, what sort of a cross can he deliver from here? Pressures has gone up. So too has Baihaki. The two 1.9 meter centre backs trying to pose the threat. Yan Peng has gone back to do some defensive work for Myanmar. But it'll be Tengku Masharat to deliver. Ong Ong U is there to punch it clear. Well, Baihaki attacked it near post, which was the right thing to do. Shi Jiayi trying to keep things alive, and it's another disappointing, very disappointing ball played inside by Jiayi. Still 0-0, remember, between Indonesia and Laos. And 0-0 here between Singapore and Myanmar. Scores stay this way. It's a little premature to talk about that, but if the scores stay this way, Indonesia are through to the semi-finals as the second place side. Khairul Amri. Good play from him yet again. Tengku Masharat. Isa Halim is wide. Goes to Precious. Easy ball rolled out to Fazrul Nawaz. All the way back from Itimi. Gets it back from Tengku Masharat. Precious. Much better play here from the Lions. Patient build-up until that aimless pass up front. Just got to be a little bit more patient and play it square around midfield and allow those Myanmar players to come forward. That's where the strikers and your players like Sharil Ishak got to make the running off the ball. Much better play by Haki Kaizan to just push himself forward. Zolwin clears it. Baihaki gets it back. Tengku. Touch on was Fazrul Nawaz. Khairul Amri does go to ground rather easily. He was asking for a penalty. He was never going to get it. That's a lovely turn. And here they come with Zozo on the ball for Myanmar. Yang Peng once again waiting in the box. He lets it run. It's a lovely play from Myanmar. Almost taking the lead. Magnificent work. Lovely counter-attack. Ivan Kolev, the Bulgarian coach, will be very, very pleased with that. And it was Kyo Tura who took the final shot at goal. He just dragged it wide. But the counter-attack was on. Baihaki Kaizan had committed himself up front. And the turn and change of pace from Zozo down the Myanmar right flank was certainly eye-catching. Was that handball by Yan Peng? Referee saw that. We're close to the 10-minute mark. It's still 0-0. The Young Lions still yet to register a shot at goal. It's a Myanmar defense which certainly didn't look too convincing and watertight when they played against Laos in their opening match. Settled down a little bit better. They have a very experienced goalkeeper playing in his third SEA Games, Ong Ong U. Was in the 2001 SEA Games squad, and he's got another SEA Games to go. Zozo, nippy, wonderful talent. Easily taken away from him by Precious. Here's Timmy Dixon in a more central role. Shariel wide of him. He's trying to look for the option right, but that's where he was supposed to be, and the pass is a very disappointing one. If he was down the flank receiving that sort of service, he would certainly disapprove of it. Cleared by Lin Tun, captain for the Knights. Yan Peng. Still Yan Peng. It's gangly. Very hard to shake off the ball. Myanmar now probing. Trying to find a way through. Pierce those passes behind the Singapore defense. Cleared by Haki. Khairul Amri will always run for anything. In fact, throughout the games he's been running for scraps up front. He's done a very good job out of it. Poor ball by Tiai up front for Timmy Dixon. Easily cleared by Lin Tun. And back come Myanmar again. Tura, who had the best chance of the game so far. Yan Peng, not the best of touches back. Easily covered by the impressive Tengku Masharat. Well, the referee should have played the advantage then. Yan Peng had come back from an offside position. Guess it's the referee's respect to his assistant. By Haki. Singapore captain getting the ball back. Tears of defeat. He cried against Indonesia, not knowing that they'd come into this game, the young Lions, still with a glimmer of hope of making the last four, something that they haven't done for the last 3 editions of the games. Jai. This is Timmy Dixon. Take him on for a run. Should have gone on the outside. Went inside. Wrong option. Easily cleared by Mong Tun. Yan Peng losing out to Precious, who was the stronger of the two then. Jamaat Jantan to Su Tiai. Need to see more from him. Shariel. Khairul Amri allowing the ball to run and then playing a very poor pass outside to Timmy Dixon. Easily cut out. Tura goes all the way back. By Haki steps in with a clearance, but it's nothing more than that. Still 0-0 between Indonesia and Laos. We haven't had an update of that game yet, so I believe it's still 0-0. And 0-0 here between Singapore and Myanmar. Timmy Dixon for Singapore. Tura, the ball had already gone out of play. Very nippy player. They have very good forwards, Myanmar players. They're tricky on the ball, and they can't beat you for pace, except for Yan Peng, their target man. But their wingers, Zozo and Tura, have shown already that they have great acceleration and a quick turn of pace against Singapore defense that has been very vulnerable throughout the games, especially when they're forced to play and turn back to goal. Lionel Lewis has been a very assured figure, but there's so much that he can do. By Haki, just hooking it away. Timmy needed a more composed touch and a stylish one by Haki. Well, they don't have the presence of Yan Peng up front to pose that aerial threat. Khairul Amri, more of a runner, a skillful player on the ground than someone who will win aerial duels for you. Lin Tun. Yan Peng once again coming deep to get involved to the play. King Win. The ball played out to Zozo. Yam Peng takes control, back to Zozo. The shot is on. By Haki stuck his leg out. If it had taken a deflection, it might have just tricked his goalkeeper Lionel Lewis. It came off the corner flag and it's still on. That's the opportunity taken by Zozo. And while all this is going on, Myanmar have just almost scored again with Young Lions just clinging on at the moment and just spraying those long balls up front, hoping that their strikers Fazrul Nawas and Khairul Amri will do something about them. Still directionless in their play, Singapore. They're trying to make use of this man, Timmy Dixon, but he hasn't given them much option up front. It's just pace that they need. But at the same time, wingers will always tell you they need good service as well. The service to him hasn't been the best throughout this tournament. King Win is rolling it along the ground to Mong Tun. Will Sharil get to this? No, he won't. Easily cut out by Mo Win. Sharil just a little touch that. And it was finally cleared by Lin Tun for a throw to Singapore. The danger of putting Sharil Ishak wide out on the left and Shi Jiayi in the middle. Jiayi takes the shot, which is easily charged down, but Sharil is very much a central figure, likes to get involved with play, and you'll see him more often than not coming in from his left-sided position to get involved with whatever goes on in the middle of the pitch, especially with his creative passes and cultured right foot. Perhaps you need him more in the center. Poor touch once again by Timmy Dixon, easily cleared by Lin Tun. Abramovich must be pulling his hair out with the way his charges are playing. This man who's come under heavy criticism from Abramovich needs to step his game up. We know what he can do from the Tiger Cup. On Song, just a little push and a run behind the defenders, and Itimi is well on his way to the byline. We haven't seen any of that yet, the SEA Games. Isa Halim. Long searching ball, easy for the goalkeeper, Ong Ong U. Yam Peng. Shi Jiayi. And this is Isa Halim. Had a great season with Woodlands Wellington. He's actually a forward. Right winger converted to right full back, and he said anything to get into the first team of the Yes League Club Woodlands. Well, it's taken him to the SEA Games. Khairul Amri. First touch was okay, so it just short enough to Lin Tun to take the ball away. Here comes Zozo. He's been Myanmar's brightest player so far down the right flank. Yam Peng. Way back to Mo Win. Yam Peng trying to get involved again, but that touch is missing this afternoon. Khairul Amri easily taken off him by Mong Tun. Juman Jantan. Sharil Ishak. 7 goals this season for the Young Lions. Most of them from dead ball situations. Was that a foul on Fazrul Nawas? I think the Korean referee was a little bit generous in giving the free kick to Singapore. Well, here's an opportunity now for the Young Lions. Radi Abramovich gets on his feet. Set pieces, dead ball situations. This could be the way to getting that first goal. They scored early against Laos and defended for the rest of the 85 minutes after scoring. We played 18 minutes here, and either Tengku Masharat or Sharil Ishak will have the responsibility of trying to put this between the sticks and behind Ong Ong U. Tengku has stepped up and said, "This is mine." He played that inch-perfect pass for Sharil Ishak for Singapore's opening goal of the games against Vietnam. It's been rock solid. Every time there's a face-saving challenge and the defenders are caught, just have his name mentioned. Tengku Masharat. It's just a little ploy. It's left for Shi Jiayi to shoot. It was a great effort. You know what? I think he was onside. If he was, it's a horrendous miss. Came at him very quickly, and he just couldn't direct it on target. It was a bullet of a shot by Su Jiayi, and the Myanmar defense thought it was cleared, still concentrated on the shot that failed to realize that play was still on. They went to sleep then. Mong Pin needs help, finds it in the form of Zomin. It's all the way back to Mo Win. Ong Ong U will get a touch on the ball. Jantan clearly pushed by Zozo. They performed credibly, Myanmar, since the 1993 SEA Games, where they made the grand final, beating Singapore in the semi-finals, and lost out to Thailand in the grand final by 4-3. Right after that, consistently they've challenged for the semi-final places, most of the times making it. This has been their most disappointing SEA Games performance for some time. Tengku Mashada, very intelligent play from him. And the ball was high up in the air. He's allowed the challenge to come in. Allowed his body to just take the knock. Ivan Kolev wasn't too happy with the call. Well, they need a Korean referee who's a very strong figure for this, especially if you remember what went on during the Tiger Cup semi-finals between Singapore and Myanmar. A fracas that will remain in the dark books of Asian and Southeast Asian football for a long time. Cross is from Timmy Dixon, eludes everyone. Sharil Ishak trying to keep it alive, failed to do so. Jiayi is behind him, he uses him. Precious. Tengku. Lovely ball by Tengku Mashada. Timmy Dixon. Disappointing effort. Good defending by Zaw Lin Tun. Let's give him credit for that. He stood his ground, knew what Timmy was all about, and knew that Timmy was trying to get the ball around him. Well, they certainly were one of the brighter notes in the earlier rounds of the Tiger Cup, and it was sad for Myanmar to go out that way, the way that they did against Singapore. I guess that was their most notable contribution in the Tiger Cup, and they will be remembered for that. And it'll take some time before Myanmar will clear itself of that embarrassment of the Tiger Cup semi-final at Singapore's National Stadium. By Haki Kaizan. Ball back to Isa Halim. Was pushed forward to join up with the attackers. Yan Peng will never get anywhere near that. Jumaat Jantan will collect and retrieve for Singapore. Still no score between Indonesia and Laos. And no score here. This will suit the Indonesians just fine. Sharil Ishak. Very disappointing cross by Isa Halim. Needed to take it first time. But even if he had curled it into the penalty box or at the edge of the 6-yard box, Khairul Amri and Fazrul Nawaz, not the sort of players that will profit from headers too often. Precious. Little high with the challenge. Korean referee says play on. Zozo is still down. I'm sure they'll put the ball out for treatment to be meted out to him. Halfway through a very uneventful first 45 minutes so far. And if you're watching the game, hoping that the young Lions just shock themselves out of their system and play some good football, the kind of football that we've come to expect from them from the start of the year at the Tiger Cup, you will be disappointed. Still the same listless show in Bacolod City. Just a little update for you from the SEA Games so far. It's been a day where we've won 2 silver medals and 4 bronze medals. And we're hoping in the women's shot put that Zhang Guirong and Du Xuanhui will provide us the color of gold. I'll bring you more updates at halftime in this match. It'll be a more exciting 10-minute package than the one we've seen so far in this game, I can promise you that. Latest counter here, 1 gold, 2 silvers, 6 bronze medals for Singapore. Myanmar, origin. That's as far as they get. Criminal to be caught in an offside position. Kyo Tura, especially if you can look across the line and see where you are standing. Here's Juma Jantan. Anthony Dixon now tries to challenge the right full back of Myanmar, getting no exchange from their left full back. Something needs to be done with their flanks, Singapore, because the left flank has been non-existent so far. They've been going right to Anthony Dixon, and it's just become a little bit too predictable. Can win. Zozo. Precious. Much better play from him. The foul surely on Anthony Dixon. Just to get things going a little bit down the left flank. After his goal scoring appearance in the last match, we really haven't seen much of Fazrul Nawaz in this. He's cut a lone, isolated figure up front. Precious. Isa Halim. Now where's the support down the flank? Non-existent. Decides to move up front. Tengku Musyarat. Timi is wide right, wide left I should say. He couldn't find him. And here come the Myanmar players. Mong Tun. Tura. Faced by Isa Halim. Goes all the way back to Min Tun. Not the best of passes by King Win. Gets a second chance. Delivers. The ball played behind by Haki Kaizan Yan Ping, as I said, doesn't really have the pace to trouble by Haki and Precious. And balls are played behind them. Need more from this man though, Sharil Ishak. He pulls the strings together in midfield. Taking no chances with the presence of Anthony Dixon behind him. Here's Tura. Takes it out for a throw to Singapore. They have to go back. And this is where they have to slow down a little bit and draw the Myanmar players forward. Failed to do that again. And it's Lin Tun who comes away from Myanmar. Close to the half-an-hour mark. The Lions have made no headway. I almost feel that it's a game where a defensive error might settle the game between these two sides. Tura. There's a piece of individual skill that might separate these two sides. They'll come from, you feel, either one of Myanmar's wingers. Nothing that we've seen from Singapore so far. Timmy Dixon loses control of the ball. Once again, the referee's a little generous with the decision. He's not too happy that King Win is complaining about it. He dishes out the yellow card. Is this a foul? Well, very generous decision by the referee, I must say. Both legs were up. Ball was there to be won. And Atimi really made no effort to try to shield the ball away from King Win. Tengku with a free kick for Singapore. Players waiting in the box. Let's see what can he deliver from this. By Haki Kaizan with another very poor header. He's hoisted it up in the air. No awareness as to whether there were any of his teammates around him. There weren't. Here's by Haki. Jamaat Jantan. Pacey play by Zozo to try to win the ball back. Well, the Laotians are doing Singapore a favour by holding the Indonesians at the moment, but the young Lions are doing themselves no favours with this display against Myanmar. Surely a foul on Somin. Kyo Somin pushed from behind quite clearly by Fazrul Nawaz. Three games so far and 2 goals for Singapore. Not a kind of statistic that you'd like to take back with you. Isa Halim flinging it up front yet again. This time Khairul Amri made something out of it, and I think he's won the free kick. That one was surely a foul on Khairul by Mongtun. Great work by Khairul Amri. As I said, he's been their brightest spark since his appearance against Indonesia. He's been willing to run and fight for lost causes up front. It was almost a nothing ball played out by Isa Halim, and he got ahead of the defender, made the most out of it, and now they have a free kick. Shu Jiayi's last effort at goal just cannoned off the defensive wall. Abramovich, I've seen that too often. The sight of the Singapore coach with a shake of the head. Are they going for a shot at goal, or is this going to be just clipped into the penalty box, hoping for Precious and by Haki to do something about this? Dongjin wants the ball to be 10 yards back. Sharil and Jiayi will work something out here for Singapore. The big men have gone forward. Fazrul Nawaz is there too. The cross was poor. The effort at goal was a very good one, but was too crowded in the penalty box. It's kept alive. Here's Atimi Dixon. Cross needs to be flung in quickly. The players are still in the penalty box waiting for it. It was a very disappointing one. So too was the effort by the goalkeeper Ong Ong Oo. And fortuitously, Singapore win a corner out of this. Not the best of crosses by Atimi Dixon. And Ong Ong Oo not spreading a lot of confidence to his fellow defenders with that catch. Here's Sharil Ishak. Another dead ball situation. Another situation where these Singapore players have gone into the penalty box to create some havoc. Once again, nothing comes out of it. Tengku Masharat. Wonderful work by Myanmar. So too by Tengku, who just refused to give up the fight for possession of the ball. Precious. Oh dear. 3 on that. That was an opportunity. Sharil Ishak now. Mongtun is throwing the ball away before it could get to by Haki Kaizan. Here's Atimi Dixon. By Haki. Cross flung in, easily cleared by Lin Tun. Back they come by Haki and Precious are both out of position. Can Myanmar do something about this? Turas escaped one challenge from Tengku. Not the second by Isa Halim. It's a throw in though to Myanmar. Yam Peng, quick feet, no support. Sharil Ishak once again. Does screen the ball beautifully, Sharil Ishak, and always plays with his head up. The brightest young footballers to come out of Singapore in a long, long while. Ivan Kolev still seeking that first win of the games. By Haki's free kick, went straight to a crowd of Myanmar players. Precious wins the header in the air. So you'd expect him to. Spectacular with the clearance. Here's Tura. Still Tura. Good work by Chiayi. Sharil Ishak. Fazrul Nawas, bounce, beating him. Lintun. Oh, great work by Fazrul Nawas. And honing in on goal now. Fazrul Nawas is free. Only the goalkeeper to beat through the legs of Ongongu, and Singapore have taken the lead, and it's that man again, Fazrul Nawas. His second consecutive goal, given the vote of confidence by Radi Abramovich, put in the starting lineup. And after scoring against Laos, he's done the same with his first attempt. And how about that for composure? 10 minutes to halftime. Khairul Amri has played the ball wide, loads of time. More often than not, you try to blast it. He waited for Ongongu to commit himself and then nutmeg the goalkeeper for an audacious goal. And Singapore are one up. Laos still holding Indonesia by 0-0. And if the scoreline remains, the Lions somehow sneak through to the semi-finals of the SEA Games. Shi Jiayi need that insurance goal, which they failed to get against Laos, resulting in palpitations for the coach in the dying minutes of the match. We needed a goal to bring the game to life. Fazrul Nawas has provided it. Yam Peng. Myanmar already out before the start of this game. They're playing for pride. Timmy Dixon. Got a little switch here from Abramovich. Good attempt. Well, with a pitch as bouncy as this, I'm surprised nobody's attempted more shots at goal. Especially Ong Ong U didn't claim an earlier cross with much confidence. I think that more of these young Lions will be taking pot shots at goal. Put a little bit of a wicked swerve onto the ball, ensuring that it'll bounce heavily in the 6-yard box in front of goalkeeper. It's a nightmare for Ong Ong U or any other goalkeeper playing on a pitch like this, as heavy as this. Sharil trying to make something work, and he still has possession of the ball. Has he won the free kick? I think he has. Myanmar players complain, but it's really good work from him. He was going nowhere, so he invited the challenges. As I said, he's a great shielder of the ball. We hear there's a goal, but we don't know from who in the Indonesia-Laos game. Number 6, well, we'll confirm with you whether Indonesia or Laos has got that. Indonesia has scored. Indonesia 1, Laos 0. So a win here might not be good enough for Singapore, but they still have to cling on to some hope that Laos can get back in that match. Tengku Musyarat by Haki is there. pushing. Free kick to Myanmar. So it's 1-0 to Singapore here, and 1-0 to Indonesia in their final match against Laos. No matter what the young Lions do, if the Indonesians win, they will qualify for the semi-finals along with Vietnam. And the young Lions will go home kicking themselves for the sort of misses against the Indonesians, especially in the last 10 minutes of that match. Zozo once again going wide, providing the avenue and the angle for the pass, and it goes out for a Myanmar throw. I don't know whether news has filtered through to the Singapore players that the Indonesians are in the lead. Certainly not filtered through to Fazrul Nawaz. He's chasing this as much vigor as he has since his introduction to the team in the last game. Jumar Jantan intervenes. We'll play 2 minutes of the injury time. And can Myanmar do something with 2 minutes remaining? That the Indonesian centre-back Richardo Salempesi has scored the goal against Laos. Fazrul Nawaz. Oh, that was a kick out against Fazrul. Lin Tun it was. Wasn't too happy with Fazrul, who had lost out possession of the ball. There's the kick out. I don't know if the referee saw that, but the Myanmar captain is very, very lucky. Still have a clean slate with Mr. Kim Dong-jin. Lions need a good end to first half, where that's another opportunity. That's a great save by Ong Ong U. Had to watch all the way. Wasn't the most powerful of shots from Khairul Amri, but it still needed a save on a very bouncy pitch. Jumar Jantan. All the way back to Lionel Lewis. Indonesia leading by 2-0 now against Laos. And it's Jumadi Abdi who scored their second goal. And here at halftime, Singapore are leading by 1-0. I don't know if news is going to filter through to them in the dressing rooms. And it might be a match where the young Lions will play for pride, because you certainly don't see the Laotians coming back from a 2-goal deficit. But stranger things have happened in football before, and we'll look forward to an exciting and eventful second 45 minutes, not only between Singapore and Myanmar, but also between Indonesia and Laos. Join us for the second half action from both matches in a very short while.
Tonight on Project Runway, The Challenge.
I'll give you a hint. Dun, 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 dun.
The twist. Their model is the client.
They're not designers, they're models. And they just want to look like a Disney character.
She came in here last night and was like, boom,